RVAquariums.com. Hello world, how's it going? Hope you guys are all doing great. If not, I hope it gets better for you. So today I wanted to share with you guys an update on the fish room. Recently I busted out my RO system and had to get new filters and all that jazz. And it's been about 5-6 weeks since we've done water changes here, and I wanted to share that with you guys and kind of show you guys how balanced these tanks really are and like what's really going on before we get them filled up and back to normal. The quarantine section, my big quarantine section as far as like the bigger tanks. Everybody's doing good, even the discus. Looks like she's got eggs again, matter of fact. First eggs, they did not have anything come out of it. But it looks like they got eggs again. Awesome, that's a new surprise. I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, sweet. Those all look really fertile too, really nice. I'm gonna have to make sure I keep them fed, but you see how low their water is there? They've got a heater in there, so it evaporated a lot quicker than these other tanks, but they're still doing good. Good enough to breed. We got Caradinia Santa Claus shrimp back there. They're still doing good. No water changes on them. Slowazy rabbit snails. We got the other discus. This actually used to be really hard to see in. Now I can see in these two tanks. Actually used to be green water. The newts are still doing good. Still got to get a name for these guys. What do you guys think? What should we name the newts? And then all these guys are doing great. They used to be green water, a lot clearer now. Ramino's all doing good. Everybody's doing good. What's up, Wesley? What do you got there?
My phone.
Your phone? Yeah, okay. Now let's go ahead and move over here to the Aquascape Tank from the Aquatic Experience 2017. That was when it was in Chicago. It's still doing well. Water's still pretty clear. Really clear. Filter's still running. Now I did add 2 gallons of water in here. That's the only thing I did with this. Now after my second week of not having any water to add in these tanks, I quit dosing my fertilizer. So I haven't dosed any fertilizer for probably about 4 weeks, so about a month. Guppies is growing nice and strong outside of it though. Looking great. HC's going like crazy. That's also for sale on the website now, the HC is. As you can see, I got a ton of it. Fern's still living in. Underneath that HC, going strong. Huge fern underneath all that HC. It's crazy. Alright, let's move our way down. Little discus and guppies I got from Papa Rhino are doing good here in the 125 high in the bedroom. I am getting rid of the guppies in here because they're getting kind of big and boisterous, especially here. They got lots of babies, but I'd rather have just them in here. And here we are downstairs in the utility room. These are all kind of new. We just got these in. These are all the killifish that we got unboxed. These guys, though, are the ones that were still here. The water's kind of got some orange tinge to it from the tropical granules, but they do get water changed with tank water. Yeah, these guys are all doing great. We'll have more of that to come. And then in here, moss tank's real cleared out. Everybody's still loving it. Everybody's good up there. Tons of black Moscow guppies. These are still green. I can't kick the green water in these. It's been a real pain. That one's leveled off with its algae. Same with that. The bottom row I got going real good. Really good. This stuff's starting to grow immersed here. You can see it on the top. There's so many babies. There's so much life going on there between shrimp and guppies and cories and stuff. Here's a shrimp. You can see. I'll just head back. They're real quick because there's so many babies in there. But yeah, you can get that stuff off. That's off my website. This is actually my favorite plant in the fish room. As you can see here, you can either grow it on a carpet. You can keep it cut down too, real short, or you can let it grow out, or you can even float it. My favorite plant, pearlweed, that may have scuds in it, so that's the scud one. but that one's clean. The other ones are clean too, but anyways. Alright, so let's head in the main office slash fish room area. You can see, we'll just go ahead and start on this side here. You see this tank's getting super low on water. It doesn't even have plants, still got a big colony of pingu guppies in it. There's air in there. This one's about algaed over. Longfin, danios. We got babies in here, I believe dwarf neon rainbow fish. This is really cool, this immersed growth there. This is the pearl weed. It's completely carpeted over. So as my tanks are losing water, they're kind of becoming terrestrial a little bit. I'm sure those newts would just love that. Could you imagine? That's actually a pretty good idea. So I was thinking about doing a tank for these newts here on this 20-gallon right over here, and have some kind of like area where they can come up out of the water. I think that'd be really good. Check this out. What is that? That's a baby goldie-eyed acai, tiny little baby cherry barbs there. Hello everybody. Baby red wapangas. This actually didn't have any plants, so algae took over and kind of made its own scape. I like it. Looks kind of natural. This will be coming up. Ohio Fish Rescue hooked me up with this kind of like aquarium fall thing. I'm gonna escape that, try to make that look cool. Tangerine Tiger's looking good. Everybody else in here doing alright. All plants are doing pretty good. I mean, granted, no water changes, same with the fish. Actually getting less algae because the nutrients are starting to settle. Everybody's good down there. Been pulling tons of eggs out of the Lucipennis. Now the fry rack's getting way low because of the way it falls. But it's still doing good. We've got red wapanga lasers down there breeding. We got Lucipennis in there. We've got some black rose shrimp down in there, really kind of hard to see. Everybody in the fry rack's doing good. Bettas, babies. We're all doing good right now. Growing up, getting big. Everybody's still growing. Here's the other one. I don't know how, this one's still got a lot of water in it since it's not running right now. Because I'm actually about to redo like all the back part. This one's actually leaking water right now. Catching it in this little cup back there. But yeah, the gutter system, not the smartest. Should have just went with PVC. This rack's just always been kind of funky with some of the algae, but it's doing okay. Still kind of clearish. Same with these shrimp tanks, doing pretty good. All these are full of babies. I'm not going to crouch down to that one, but here you can see all the babies. In here, starting to get big. Might have to start pulling some of them runners. Well, here you can kind of see the babies. Tons of shrimp, tons of snails. Up here as well. And more babies back there. Everywhere, all over. They don't care. Yeah, this long, no water changes. Everything's doing alright. Got some baby thread fins going on down there. Just pulled out that group. This tank, my favorite, one of my favorites, I should say. It's hard to really pick a favorite. Rainbow tank's doing good. Does have a little bit of algae on the glass. That's one thing I am really pleased about. Is the balance in a lot of these tanks is good enough to keep the algae from getting too crazy on the glass. Granted, if you see here, I have a bristlenose pleco, which does help with that, as well as snails. Everybody's doing good in here. My Ferrigenia crypt's actually growing back real strong. Super rare crypt. Paid 150 bucks for that. Super rare. Gets a nice like pinkish and purple and tiger stripes, and also cambolite. Really cool crypt. And yeah, happy to see that it's doing really good right now. Same with the stems. That guy looks like he's got a little nip on his toe. Interesting. These guys have been little hogs lately. Little hogs. And the only thing running this tank is just that power head right there. Nothing else. I do have CO2 on it. I don't know how efficient it is. And these tanks, no CO2, no nothing. No air. Doing good. Bushes are doing good. Fish are doing good. Growing reishi on top. Same here. These guys are crazy. See if we get focus here. Yeah, look at these guys. It's one of my favorite tanks. There's so many colors and cool fish in here. Then over here, this one is set up temporarily just to breed a few fish, some pseudomugal luminatus and some rice fish, the gold medecas. So I just set in some pilo, floating some pilo as well. We'll end up turning that into the newt tank. I need to get all this cleared out and thought about what I'm going to do with this stuff. I still got a lot of organizing to do. I've been working on the shelves here a little bit, trying to get things situated, because I mean I do my shipping as well as trying to keep everything here in this tiny a space when I just want to keep adding tanks. So it's really hard to add space for shipping and other things when I want to add space for tanks. And even after all these tanks, I feel like I need a lot more. That's Luigi Archeata, or no, that's a Lymphanophilia aromatica. Really beautiful plant. This tank, once again, no CO2, no air stone, no nothing. Pink flamingo crab bush. Some beautiful black and white pastel guppies. Won't focus. But see, like here, when you get the pearl weed and then it gets onto some driftwood like that, it just starts to create like a little immersed island. It's really neat how it does that. Yeah, water level super low. All these are still doing good. Blue red Riley mix, which actually just has a ton of different types of Rileys. I still don't know what to do with these shrimp. Like sometimes I get rid of some of the blues out of the culls, but it's such a varied line of Riley shrimp. Really just don't know what to do with it. There's actually baby rice fish in there, baby drape fin barbs in here. These are the B Team Blue Dreams. We got Cory Cats in there, Blue Dreams, Rainbow Tiger Endlers. We can keep going on and on and on and on and on about what all's in these. This is actually one of my favorite tanks right here. This is a Paramecium tank, just completely full of Paramecium. When I get done with my guest bedroom, most of the tanks are going to be seeded with this, and I actually need to seed a lot of my other shrimp tanks with this water. If you see it's all cloudy and hazy. Ton of great fry food in there. Great for like the ittiest bittiest of fries. And everything's doing good up there. A little bit of algae going on up here within the top of the water. I'm not sure what kind of algae that is. That's just like super wild. I don't even know what that is. But then in here, everything's fairly clear. This used to be a green water central, but then I threw a ton of stem plants in it on the top, and kind of leveled itself off. Oh yes, I was wondering, we just moved a bunch of these Ameri, like my community breeders of Ameri rainbow fish, which is a rare rainbow fish. There are babies all over the place in there, so that's good to see. My scarab barb's still doing good down here. Half man, half cichlid. I need to get a hold of him, because I know he's interested in those. I didn't end up bapping them. Those guys are doing good, but yeah, everybody's doing good after pretty much no water changes, or not even any additional water changes since for about 5-6 weeks. This really hasn't lost much because it had a lid on it for the killifish, which is the Epilates lamontii. I was trying to look in there to see if I could find them. There are babies in there. I'm not seeing any. This thing is loaded with seed shrimp. Check that out. Tons and tons of seed shrimp. We got baby dwarf neon rainbows in there as well. Kind of hard to see through all those seed shrimp. But as they get older, they'll get rid of all the seed shrimp and they won't compete as much with the shrimp that are in here. I've got blue velvet shrimp in here somewhere. I'm not seeing them right now. They're probably over in the rock pile. More babies, clear water. And yeah, then this tank, that's got to go. It's always been problematic for some reason. Bunch of babies in here, babies everywhere. See, a lot of my tanks look empty, but they're just like full of babies. There's more babies. That's the main thing I need more tanks for, is for the fact of all the babies going on. We actually take a lot of water from these guys. They're all doing well. This is like a hodgepodge of different babies and stuff I had growing up. I need to do something with this crypt soon. Some kind of nuri crypt. Really cool crypt. Then up here, golden banks, which they haven't really been producing much for me. I know a lot of people have been waiting on these golden banks, and they really haven't been producing much. And I think I get a lot of this kind of algae from the excess mold. Not 100% sure. I usually just take it out, fill it out. And more dwarf neon rainbow fish babies up top. You can see swimming about. And all these guys are doing good. All these tanks. Lots of babies. We got shrimp. We got killifish here. Crystal reds there, doing good. That tank's starting to clear out of the green water. It was super, super dark green. I think doing no water changes really helps. Even though this one's starting to turn green again, I think it's from adding the fish in. Really torn, like green water is so weird sometimes. Sea allanite rainbow fish with the pencil fish. I've been breeding that combo lately. These are the snowballs with some red waponga laser babies. Probably need to go through and rescape a few of these tanks too. Tons of guppies going on. These guys are really cool. Here when it warms up, I'll start shipping more fish. That's why I'm kind of ordering a bunch right now. Red tigers. Terrarium's doing good. But yeah, there we go. Volcano shrimp. And a scrunchie. What's up, scrunchie? And a dragon. And another cool thing about this tank is the growth on top here. This is actually a power head that I don't run. Pearl weeds growing all over it. Same with the bubble deflector I have for the airline when I used to run that. And some of this Rotalia's coming out. I believe that is I can't remember which Rotalia that is actually. Rotundifolia. Yeah, it still looks pretty cool. Pretty cool, Mark. And over here on this random Endler tank, kind of mixed Endler tank. Really cool Endlers in there though. Check out the growth on top of this. It's like a jungle. Taiwan lily. Look at that. Oh, it feels so cool. It's all kind of rubbery. Super healthy growth. And I feed the fish right here. Lots of coverage. Or you can do this if you got a filter. It is actually barely running. I can't believe this thing's still running. Granted, it's not supposed to be running from there. But yeah, check that out. And crawl its way up there. Very slight flow. If I did have a filter, that's about as much flow as you'd want. That's kind of ideal, really. Alright, now let's check out the garage area. Behind the mess, that's where we recycle boxes, storing them up during the winter. This new 75 that I recently set up with the micro sword. Some of you guys may have seen that series. We haven't actually did a water change since we set that up. Got a little green water going in there with all the extra nutrients. Probably from just being new and all those fish. I don't know. Either way, it's got a little green water in it. A little bit of algae here. I can just pluck that out. when we do the water change, we're going to end up mowing it as well. So that should help the microsword stay down. But I'm still happy with it. Get a little water change in there, get it cleaned out. This tank's doing awesome. Really liking the Flue Ball 3.0. Seems to be doing good with the plants. We got the swordtails. Then this is the purple shrimp tank. So here we can see a purple. Actually quite a couple of them here. And that's from the blue and reds. Next tank, they're yeah. That tank's doing good. All the 20s are doing pretty decent. Still got a couple that we're still opening. Just added some colonies over here. There's not really much going on in that yet. Because this is when I started realizing that I didn't really need the sponge filters so much. So I was really torn on how I was going to set them up. Shellies are doing good. With these albino snake skins, these things are beautiful. Check that guy out. The Shellies down there. Hopefully someday soon I can get them more in depth because there's a lot going on in here. We've had some babies come from these two. That should be interesting. Baby thread fins. We're getting some size. Let's see, baby pencil fish. I mean, all kinds of fish going on here. Breeding thread fins. Over here, we got the rice fish going. We got some guppies. More smaller guppies. Killifish. Tiny little killifish. I know that guy was born in there. The adults are actually a lot bigger. I don't know why they're not showing up. Bunch of baby albinos. White clouds, more endlers, guppies, some rainbow fish, guppies. We got babies in here, baby rainbow fish and Daphnia. I don't have a whole lot of Daphnia left right now. I just can't keep up with the cultures. Marai, these guys are absolutely awesome. These Amarai rainbow fish. Come on, focus for me. Focus. It's really hard because it wants to focus on that algae. So yeah, I guess it doesn't want to focus. Of course it doesn't. There we go. Kind of see him. That really doesn't do him any justice. But anyways, nothing in there. That's actually to mix these two together. What I'll do with those rainbow fish and the cherry barbs here is after they get done breeding in these two tanks, I'll put them together. Then I'll catch the babies out. Then I'll set them back. And I can do that with all kinds of different types of fish, which is really cool having that set up kind of like that. It took me forever to figure out what to do with this divided tank. Because you got to watch it. You can't really do guppies. The guppies will get over. They'll eat the smaller fry. But with these two types of fry, if they get over into another spot, I don't have to worry about it as much. And then here we got the Tetra tank, the Forever Be Green water tank. There's a Emperor Tetra. This is actually really neat with this, how this is growing this Rotalia green. It's really cool when it grows out of the water. I believe this is Rotalia rotundifolia. Then algae, and then there's, I don't know, some kind of Luigi, I think. Really red. Oh, that one's growing up and out. But I don't know what has been up with this tank. I know it's not the light, but ever since I set it up, it has always been green water. I've tried to do so many water changes and to dilute it so much. I don't know what it is about this tank. But yeah, I put some Brazilian pennywort in here. I believe that's what it is, to hopefully help combat that. I don't know if it'll work. I'm gonna try it though. Then down here I've got a 125 long. Same with up here, two 125s. There's really not a whole lot of light on this tank, and it's actually doing really well. And it's got all kinds of fish in it. Crazy hodgepodge. We got rainbow fish, we got hatchet fish, orange hatchet fish, Indian hatchet fish. We got killifish in here. There's a gardneri. This is just kind of my oddball tank. More killifish down there. The golden barbs, they're getting beat up, so they ended up going down here. We got cardinal fish. There's a honey gourami, or no, a dwarf gourami. There's more killifish over there in the corner. But yeah, there's actually, the only thing on here is this power head. That's all there is. There's actually a ton of fish in here. I believe there's a Raphael cat in here. Oh, and this guy even came from that tank. This is a little pea puffer. Haley's gonna take him home, try to breed him. She's got a huge female. Hopefully that turns out good. She's been doing research, I guess. And then here, right above that tank, we've got the mascara barb tank and the hill trouts. Which these hill trouts are getting pretty aggressive. They're really wild to watch, because they like chase each other around, and then there's like one really dominant alpha in here. But it's always battling somebody else. And a big reason we took out those gold barbs is they just kept hitting the side of the gold barbs and causing a wound. Luckily there was no infections. And yeah, just had to take them out for their safety. We don't seem to mess with the cherry barbs though, these little cherry barbs. I think it's because they stay low. Then up here we got some Caradinia. This is another breeding tank too, mainly for fish, but I do got a couple crystal reds in there. Waiting for babies out of this, hopefully. Which that one used to be way worse green water. That one used to be green water too, so that actually balanced out, which was nice. And over here we got rainbow tiger endlers. Version 2.0. I gotta give these guys a little justice here. There, you guys can see them. These guys are awesome. These guys are really awesome. Quick though. So you see anybody with like still photos of these fish, give them props, because that ain't easy to do. And here's a regular rainbow tiger endlers. The first version. Then we got the Albino Galaxy Guppies. Now this tank needs a little window cleaning. But for the most part, I was really happy on how much window cleaning didn't need to be done. There should be some Santa Claus shrimp in here with these cherries. Or well, fire reds, whatever you want to call them. I'm not seeing one though. Taiwan lily grew like crazy though. Bunch of other plants, blue star endlers. Upper Tor River rainbow row. Got babies in there where I'm just doing moss on some driftwood. I'm really kind of liking this setup just for breeding, because I can just keep hopping them over and I can just breed them all day long. Baby Rebel Ponga lasers. We got more rainbow tiger endlers. We got my breeding pair of dwarf neon rainbow fish. Now this pair is just spread out like I don't know how many fish, probably thousands. You see some babies up there. And here, more dwarf neon rainbow fish. Ton of them. Down here, some baby Upper Tor River rainbow fish. Really cool fish. These split tails are pretty sweet. This little 5-gallon, some bow mani rainbow fish. A little smaller. I was trying to breed out some Procatopus in there. No luck yet. CPD breeding group. Bueno Guppies. We got some king clown picos. Oh, he just went in between the wood. Dang it. Of course, you know how those are, Mr. Plecos. Where the funk you at? And then here we got some black, white pastel guppies. Japanese neon blue endlers. Ton of fish. We got tetras in there, we got CPDs in there, we got rainbows in there. All kinds of stuff. That's also always been super green water, but seems to be clearing out. And as many of you guys know, I've been battling with green water in this 240 here. Discus still doing good. 6 weeks, no water change. Hanging out with these crazy other fish. Congo tetras, big celebes, half beaks. Quite a few of them in there. You know, that's a cichlid. They can hold their own. Them discus, people think they're so sensitive. Got sensitive feeling. But this red lotus, I tell you what, it is blown up. This thing is going nuts. I can actually see back behind this tank too, which I haven't been able to see for quite some time. Because of the green water was just so thick. Hard to see with all this glare. Price to pay for a fish room. Brazilian pennywort. Maybe one day here soon. Hopefully sooner than later I'll get a better chance to actually do like a better fish room tour with less glare. Actually take the time to turn off all the lights, get a better shots, and actually get this cleaned up, and we'll show you guys all that. But I wanted to get you the down and dirty before we clean it up. Aha, there he is. Oh, there he goes. Oh, wait, there's another one up there too. Oh boy. Just blend right in. There it goes. Let the flooding begin. Alright, so there you have it. A quick and dirty tour of my fish room. Now it's kind of been a while, and it's not in the best of what it could be. But I wanted to show that to you guys because it's kind of neat. Kind of shows you how balanced this fish room really is after being 6 weeks with no water change. No water at all, actually. Just natural evaporation. And yeah, what do you guys think? Think I should do a full tour, like more in depth here sooner than later? Or you guys, can you guys handle that? That might be a lot of footage. But anyways, let me know in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoy. Until next time, everybody. Have a great one.